So let us discuss the answer. The recording is started. So can anyone tell me what is the answer of this particular question?
The size of array should be 6. Oh,
Okay, one by one. Yaman, you can tell the answer.
the size of array मैंने सर 12 लिया था और
12. Why Yaman 12 size of array? How many elements are there, first of all?
the 4.
Okay, 4 elements are there, Yaman. And can you tell me what is the size of float variable?
सर वेरिएबल का साइज इंटीजर में सर
No, float na. In line number 5 you can say, you can see that it is a float array, decimal array. Yes or no? What is the size? Yes, it is 4
पर
byte.
सर
So why it is 12, Yaman? 4 multiply 4 means 16 na?
सर लास्ट टाइम सर एक और
16 but it's showing wrong.
Just wait a second. Yaman, just tell me.
सर लास्ट टाइम से एक क्वेश्चन था जिसमें भी ऐसे पूछा था उन्होंने पहले का 0 लिया था फिर 4 लिया था फिर 1 लिया था तो मैंने उस हिसाब से करा था
No, that is the location na. That 12.4 is stored at location 0. 2.3 is stored at location 4. 4.5 is stored at location 4 plus 4 is 8. That is the location.
हाँ सर
And 6.7 is stored at location 12, but the ending location is 15. So from 0 to 15, how many elements are there? 16, na? Means the size is 16. In that question, I was only asking the starting address, like what is the starting address of the first element? The starting address of first element is 0, the ending address is 3. For second element, it is from 4 to 7, then from 8 to 11, then from 12 to 15. So from 0 to 15, how many bytes are there? 16, na? Or you can say that float takes 4 bytes, yes or no? 4 elements are there. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 means 8 bytes. So size of the full array is 16 byte. Then they are doing the division. What is the size of ARR0? ARR0 means 12.4. 12.4 is a single floating point number, a single decimal number. You know that a floating point number takes 4 byte only. So 16 divided by 4 is 4. So option number D, option number 4 is the answer. If someone has doubt, you can ask. Name of the array means the size of the whole array. Yes, Yaman.
The format specifier ने integer
voice
का
is-
लिया हुआ size 2
Yeah,
the
format specifier, that is fine. You can use F also, because the size will, or okay, for example, if you are using percentage %f, then you will get 4.0 as the answer. If you are using percentage %d, no worry. It is
Okay,
fine.
sir,
You
I
can
got
use percentage %d. Percentage %d means the decimal part will be ignored. Okay.
Okay, sir, I get it.
If someone has doubt, you can ask. Size of ARR means size of whole array. 4 elements are there. 4 plus 4 plus 4 means 16 bytes. The whole array is taking. And the size of the one element or the first element is 4 byte. So 16 divided by 4 means 4 byte. Okay. You all know na, floating point number means it is taking 4 byte of memory. 4 numbers are there. So the size of whole array is 16 byte. Size of individual element is 4 bytes. So they are doing the simple calculation. 16 divided by 4 means 4 is the answer. Here Yaman is asking that in the line number 6 you should use percentage %f. No worry, if you are using percentage %f, the answer will be 4.0. But that is not error. You can use percentage %d with floating point number. But when you use percentage %d with floating point number, the decimal part will be removed and only the integer part is shown. It is not error. So if someone has doubt, you can ask. Okay, let us move to the next question. So can anyone guess the answer of this particular question? Simple question.
Second.
Of course, line number 7 is the answer. So in the first statement, 6 specifies the size of array. means 6 elements are there. Okay, 6 elements are there, but the locations are from 0 to 5. And you can count from 0 to 5, 6 numbers are there. So first line means it is just creating a blank array. Okay, or a array with a garbage data in it. The second line specify a particular element. Okay, means that num6 21 is there. Okay, but the thing is, if you write this line, you will get an error. Yes or no? Yes or no? Because the last location is 5, not 6. But no worry, here we are not asking about the error. We are just asking about what these particular lines are doing. Okay, so if you write these particular lines, maybe you will get error. Why? Because the last location is 5. But here in the answers, nothing is given about the error. The first line means creating the array. Second line means you're just filling some element. So option number B is the answer. Okay, option number B is the answer. This is a simple question. In the switch case, you cannot use a decimal number, means a float or double. So option number C is the answer, float. Okay, can anyone tell me the answer of this particular question? Sky is the limit. How many times it is printed on the screen?
The condition is
Okay, 0 time. Not, it is not the correct answer. Anyone else?
so while के लिए condition नहीं दिए थे अंदर घुसेगा ही नहीं सर.
Yes, if I have removed the semicolon at the end of line number 5, then you can say 0 times sky is the limit is printed. Let us suppose semicolon is not there, this semicolon. Okay, then what will happen? A plus plus means it is simple A. Okay, because it is a postfix operator. Postfix operator means it is a lazy operator. The value will be incremented in the next line, not in the same line. So computer does not see A plus plus as A. So when you are writing while 0, it means, I think I have told you, 0 means false. Any number, negative or positive, is true, non-zero number. So while 0 means it is false. But here the thing is semicolon is written. Okay, semicolon means no body is there. It means these line means this line printf is not included in the while loop. If I have removed this semicolon, then nothing is printed on the screen. It will be a blank screen. But here semicolon is there, and just to make you confused, I have written curly bracket here. Curly bracket you can write anywhere, open and close, doesn't matter. So this printf is not included in the while loop. The while loop will not work. Okay, there is no body. Then you will jump to the line number 6, 7, and you will print sky is the limit. So for only one time, this line is printed on the screen. So option number B is the answer. Anyone has doubt? इसे क्या कहते हैं? आंखों का धोखा? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, no doubt. Let us move to the next question. Okay, can anyone tell me the answer of this particular question? How many times we love C language gets printed on the screen?
Infinite times.
Finite, sir.
Okay, infinite time. Of course, first of all, ignore the red line. Okay, don't say it is a compiler error. It is just a line, okay, that appeared, and I included it so that you guys will get confused that, you know, red line is there, red line means it is error. No, it is not error. First of all, here I have not written, for example, in the line number 5, if I have written while a equal to 0, then 0 time this line is printed on the screen. We love C language. But here we are doing the comparison. If two things are equal, then true is written. If two things are not equal, then false is written by the double equal to operator. Comparison operator return true or false. True means whatever is there on the left hand side, on the right hand side, both are equal, then return true. If on the left hand side and on the right hand side, unequal values are there, then double equal to will return false. So here a double equal to 0. What is a? I have told you that name of variable means the value in the variable. So what is the value in the variable a? You can check on the line number 4. The value is 0. Now compare 0 and 0. Both are same now. So computer will return true. Yes or no? So here true is written. So you will print we love C language. Again you will go to the line number 5. Still you have not updated the value of a. It is still same. 0 na? Yes or no? So again you will compare 0 and 0. It is true. Again you will print we love C language. Again you will jump to the line number 5. Again you will do the same thing. So infinite times we love C language is printed on the screen. So option number D is the correct answer. You can check here. If someone has doubt, you can ask. Let us suppose in the while loop, if I have included a particular line a plus plus, then yes, finite number or for only one time the value will be printed on the screen. If inside the while loop I have written a plus plus, then only for one time this line will get printed. But here the thing is, update condition is missing in the while loop. That's why the value of a is 0. You are comparing 0 with 0 again and again and again and again, and that's why infinite loop is there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Another question. This is a very good question. Can anyone tell me the answer of this particular part?
Very doubt is.
Anyone? If I think Anurag got the highest marks, na? Anurag or anyone else? I forget the name.
Yes, sir. Anurag.
Okay. Anurag, can you tell me the answer of this particular part?
Sir, I think limited number of times because unsigned character has the range.
What is the range of unsigned character?
I don't remember that.
So 0 to
Yeah.
255.
Yes, correct. Look, you don't even need to remember the range of this particular part. You know, na, character takes 1 byte. Yes or no? Character takes 1 byte. Correct? And 1 byte equal to 8 bit. Yes or no? Now bit means binary digit, either 0 or 1. So the possible combinations are 2 to the power 8. Why we are doing 2 to the power 8? Because in binary only two values are there, 0 and 1. So either it can be 0 or 1. And from 2 to 8 means 2 to the power 8 means 256. So you can say that in character or in unsigned character means only positive values are allowed. So in unsigned character, only numbers that are allowed are from 0 to 255. First of all, I think you all have understood that the maximum number that you can have inside a character variable or inside the character data type is 256. But computer takes 0 also. So you can only store numbers from 0 to 255 in a character. Okay. And why 256 characters are there? Because you can see in the ASCII table, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, only 256 characters are there. Yes or no? So similarly here, in a character data type, maximum you can store 256 character. That's all. And the locations are from 0 to 255. I hope it is clear. So you do not even need to remember 256. You know the size of character data type, it is 1 byte. 1 byte means 8 bit. Now let us check how many numbers are there, because we are storing binary data actually in the computer. Binary means either two values, either 0 or 1. So that's why you have to do 2 to the power 8. 2 means either 0 or 1. So it will give us 256, means 256 values can be stored inside the character data type. But actually we are starting from the 0. That's why from 0 to 255 we can include a number. For example, we can include 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 250, 251, 252, 253, 254, 255. Okay, so these are the numbers that you can store inside a character. And also in the ASCII table that is storing the characters, you can check only 256 characters are there from 0 to 255, and the range of capital A is 65, that you have to remember, and of small a is 97. Now in this question we are using unsigned character. Okay, whose range is from 0 to 255. And you all can see that from 0 to 255 only positive numbers are there. Unsigned means positive. So here I am taking the first value as 1. So 1 is printed on the screen. Okay. Then you will check, 1 is greater than 0 or not. You will print it, you will update the value. Now student will say it is an infinite number of time. But no, there is a rule. Now when the computer reaches the 255 value, it will not become 256. Yes or no? Because the maximum number that you can store inside a character is 255. So how can you print 256 on the screen? Okay, you are contradicting it now. So after 256, again you will go to the value 0. So again you will print number from 0 to 255. Again you will print number from 0 to 255. It works like this. Okay. So here the thing is, you have written I greater than 0. So once the value becomes 0, is 0 greater than 0? No, na. So only numbers from 1 to 255 will get printed on the screen. I hope you are understanding this particular question. It is a good question. It is a tricky question. The range of character is from 0 to 255. Okay, means in a character you can store either value 0 or either the maximum value will be 255. The maximum value will not be 256. So let us suppose we have a character variable I, and let us suppose we have a value in it 255. If we do I plus plus, and if we print the value of I on the screen, it will not be 256, it will be 0. After 255, if you want to increment the value, it will again go to the 0. Okay, so here when the value became 255 and when you did the increment operation, it will become 0. So in the line number 5 you will check, is 0 greater than 0? No, 0 is equal to 0, it is not greater than 0. So this while loop will terminate. So the numbers that will be printed on the screen are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and up to 255. So from number 1 to 255 the numbers are printed on the screen. I will write the program also in my compiler. I hope you guys are understanding it. Yes or no? No?
सर एक बात पूछनी है सर सर अपन ने वेरिएबल कैरेक्टर का लिया है सर, अपन ने पर असाइन इंटीजर करा है सर.
Yes, because these are the ASCII value ना. In the ASCII
सर
table,
वैल्यू सर
हाँ, have you seen the ASCII
सर
table?
मतलब 255 z की वैल्यू है सर, मतलब अच्छा सर समझ गया सर.
It is just a value of the character. Okay, I can write the ASCII value also, but the thing is ASCII value are not good, no. You will get confused because spaces are also there, ampersand, whatever keys you are seeing on the keyboard, some numbers are assigned to it. So I can also write here capital A, but the program will not become it will not become a meaningful program. Okay, so actually when you are writing A does not means A, it is 65, small a means 97. So if you have seen the ASCII table, 256 values are there from 0 to 255. So I'm using those particular value. Okay, so when you are storing number 0 or when you are storing number 1 inside the character, it is not 1, it is a character. That character you can check in the ASCII table. So when the value of character I becomes 65, automatically 65 integer is not stored, it is converted to alphabet A. Okay, capital A. When the value reaches 100, then you will say small d is stored inside the character. It is not an error to use number inside a character because automatically the computer will convert the number from the ASCII table and it will convert it into particular character. Okay, is it clear?
Yes sir.
I think you have studied the range in Rajiv sir class now. That's why I have included a question. I have not told you about the range because in the practical class it was not required. But since you have studied the range, that's why I have inserted a question. Maybe when we will do the next quiz in the next class or later, I will include unsigned integer also, means question from the unsigned integer also. and from unsigned float also. So kindly revise these topics because question may come from this part in the exam, placement exam. Okay, you can check finite numbers are there. The last number is 255. Okay, when the last number is 255 and when you do at line number 9 the increment operation, then what happens here is the next value will not become 256. Why? Because the range is only from 0 to 255, only 8 bits it can store. So then again, you know, it will go to 0. So it will become 0. So when the value of I will become 0 after 255, in the line number 6, the condition will become false. The 0 is not greater than 0. Yes or no? Then the loop will stop. So limited number of times this loop will work. So option number C is the answer. Now let us suppose I will change the question to this particular thing. Now can anyone tell me what is the output? How many times this particular, I mean the code will run infinite times or the code will run finite number of times, or is it a compiler error? Anyone?
Finite.
Infinite times, Yaman. Why?
यहाँ को 0 को भी print करेगा ऐसे लोग चलो
Yes, what will happen after 255 is printed on the screen, the value will become 0. So 0 is equal to 0. You know, I have used greater than equal to. So 0 is not greater than 0, but you know, one condition is true. In the greater than equal to, only one condition needs to be true, either greater than or equal to. So 0 is equal to true, 0 now. It means this condition is true. Then again from 0 to 255 the number is printed. Again from 0 to 25 the number is printed. So there is no terminating condition. So this will become infinite loop. You can check here. Okay, infinite loop it is. And the numbers you can also check. It is printing random numbers, no worry. But yes, it is an infinite loop because there is no stopping condition. So always remember for unsigned integer. For example, let us talk about the integer. Let us suppose if the size of integer is 2 byte. So when the right side, when you are on the right side maximum limit, then if you do the increment operation, you will again go to the left side. Okay. So here also in the unsigned integer or in the unsigned character, when you reach the last value 255, and if you do the increment operation, it will not become 256. It will go to the 0 again. I hope it is clear. So option number C is the answer. Can anyone tell me the answer of this question? This question appeared in the placement. I remember that particular question.
So this was a random guess by me, but the logic was that 5 plus will skip 5 spaces in the inverted commas. Uh, so yeah, I just from that logic I take the morning, and that was the correct answer.
Yes, it is not an error, okay, that you know you are using 5 integer and you know you are using a string. It is not a error here. So option number A is incorrect. 5 and good morning is not printed also. It is a syntax, okay. So 5 plus good morning means skip the first 5 character. What are the first 5 character? G, O, O, D and a space. Yes or no? So only morning is printed on the screen. The first 5 characters are G, double O, D. These are the 4 character plus 1. Space is also a character, okay. Space is also a ASCII value. You can check on the internet. Space does not mean it is blank, okay. So only morning is printed on the screen. Just remember the same.
Sir, but what is the need of this? मतलब 5 प्लस की जगह सिर्फ गुड हटा ही दो तो मॉर्निंग हो जाएगा. Why are we using 5 plus?
To make you confused. This question will come in the placement, and this question came in the placement. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It has no practical significance in the program. It will only be asked as a question, because some student will say 5 good morning will be printed. Some will say compile time error, but no. 5 plus this means you are skipping first 5 alphabets. This question will only come as a in the
So
placement.
5
Okay.
minus
Minus is not used here. We use plus operator on. Let us check this particular question. Can anyone tell me the answer of this particular question? First of all, tell me what is ransomware, and have you seen any ransomware in practical life? Is your computer
Yes, sir.
infected?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is your name? Can you share your story about the ransomware?
सर मैं एडोब प्रीमियर का क्रैक ढूंढ रहा था नेट पर, तो सर मैंने डाउनलोड किया और मैंने उसे मतलब रन किया। सर मेरी सारी फाइल्स लॉक हो गई थी।
ओह, अच्छा, टॉरेंट से
क्या हुआ सर?
डाउनलोड कहाँ से किया? टॉरेंट से किया या किसी वेबसाइट से?
सर कोई वेबसाइट थी।
अच्छा, तो कोई एंटीवायरस यूज नहीं करते? कौन सा ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम था?
सर 10 ही था सर, बट सर मैं उससे ही बड़ा चालाक था सर। मैं बैकअप ले रखता था पूरे पहले से, मेरे हार्ड डिस्क में पूरा कंप्यूटर मेरा साफ रखा था। 2-3 चीजें थी, फोटो वोटो बस 2-3 नॉर्मल चीजें बस वही लॉक हुई थी।
ओके, सो मैंने तो लाइफ में कभी नहीं
सर
देखा
एक सर
रैंसमवेयर।
मेरे साथ हुआ था सर कि मैंने सर वो ड्रैगन बॉल जी का एपिसोड डाउनलोड कर रहा था सर बहुत सारे, तो उसकी वजह से मेरी हार्ड डिस्क भी खराब हो गई। तो
आई
पूरी हार्ड डिस्क
फॉरगेट द
खराब हो
नेम
गई
ऑफ
थी।
रैंसमवेयर। एक रैंसमवेयर था, वो बहुत ज्यादा पॉपुलर हुआ था।
वाना
उसने
करा
विंडो एक्सपी के अभी लेटेस्ट में कुछ साल पहले, लास्ट ईयर या उससे 2019 में कौन सा चला था एक रैंसमवेयर,
वाना करा
वो एक्सपी पे चला था। हाँ, या वाना क्राई। ओके, तो मतलब पूरा रेड स्क्रीन आ जाता था मेरे ख्याल से। कितने पैसे कमाए उन लोगों ने। सो रैंसमवेयर मींस इट इज अ सॉफ्टवेयर दैट इज आस्किंग फॉर द मनी, सो यू शुड हैव एंटीवायरस,
वर्चुअल
डाउनलोड द
मशीन में हुआ है।
एंटीवायरस। हम्म।
वर्चुअल मशीन में किया है बस एक बार। वर्चुअल मशीन में हुआ था तो उसमें लॉक हुआ तो कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा, मैंने मशीन ही डिलीट कर दी।
Yes. Moral of the story is you should have antivirus. So in this question, can anyone tell me what is the output?
सर कंपाइलर।
Okay, it is also a aankhon ka dhoka, because in the line number 5 I am not creating an array and we are using character data type. We are storing ransomware inside the character variable, but inside a character variable you can store only one character because the size is only 1 byte, 8 bit. So you will get an error. You cannot store the ransomware inside 1 byte. Either I should create an array, I should write here the square bracket, okay, else you will get an error. Okay, so option number C is the answer. Another question here, I think you all know what is strcpy, because it is cleared by the name. It is copying Kanpur inside the str. So can anyone tell me what is the output of this particular program? Anurag?
No, sir, I don't know. I don't even remember what I did. Because you said like 1 second is remaining, 5 seconds are
Okay,
remaining.
no worry.
So
Anyone else? If you have answer, you can discuss. It is not a difficult question. Anyone? What is the answer? Any guess?
मैंने तो ये सोचा था कि सर एरे में सर कुछ एडिशन नहीं कर सकते, ऐसे ऐसे करके मैंने एरे लगा दी।
Array में कुछ changes नहीं कर सकते? No, you can do the changes in the array. It is fine.
नहीं सर,
Okay.
कुछ डिजिट इंटीजर ऐड नहीं कर सकते थे।
Say it
लास्ट
again.
वाला सिंटेक्स, सर लास्ट वाला सिंटेक्स में ना सर str+1 तो
Uh-huh.
प्लस नहीं कर सकते, तो मैंने एरर कर लिया।
str+1
तो मतलब
means the next element. Okay, I will say that is a difficult question. No worry. But if someone has answer, you can tell me. I can give you 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, I think that's a difficult question, I have to tell you. So
Sir,
first of
Kanpur without K.
course, option number C is the answer.
Okay. So basically वो अपन ने एरे में चेंज कर दिया वेब कॉस्ट को, मतलब उधर के डाल दिया, फिर स्ट्रिंग प्लस 1 करा तो उससे फिर पहला लेटर प्रिंट, पहला मतलब जो पहला बॉक्स है वो प्रिंट नहीं होगा, तो इसलिए आनपुर प्रिंट होगा.
Yes, correct answer. So this is a character array. Okay, just remember that at the last a null character is there. Null character is added automatically by the computer system, by the C compiler. Okay, the code is written there, you do not have to do this. You can do this, but that is not good. So this is array. Now in the line number 6, you are changing the value of W to K. I hope it is fine. You can change it. Okay. Now in the line number 7, you are copying Kanpur in this array. So just delete the whole array. Okay. Now the new array is this. So the two lines are misleading, just to make you confuse. You know, first two lines in the line number 5 and 6, these two are given. Because you know you are overwriting the array, no worry. Again Kanpur is there, /0 is there. These are the locations. The name is str. Now in the line number 8, what you are doing, you are writing str plus 1. I think I have told you that the name of the array means the base address. Yes or no? I have told you this in some previous class, that name of array means the starting location. And what is the starting location? It is 0 always. Yes or no? Unless specified. So here the starting location is 0. While you are writing str plus 1, str means 0 and 0 plus 1 means 1. Means starting from the first location, you have to print everything because you are using %s. So you will print Anpur, and when the computer reaches the null character, it will stop. So the output will be option number C. Is it clear? The name of array means the first address location means 0. 0 plus 1 means 1. So from 1 until the end of array, you have to print it. So you will print ANPUR because you are using %s na. If I have used %C, only A is printed on the screen, the value that is there in the location 1. But here I am using %S format specifier. It automatically prints that is there. It will automatically print everything that is there till the end of array. So option number C is the answer. If someone has doubt, you can ask. That is a good question.
Repeat कर दो.
Okay, so in the line number,
Repeat कर दो.
okay, in the line number 5, you are just creating an array, webcos. Okay. In the line number 6, you are changing the first character. So array will become KAPCOS. Yes or no? But in the line number 7, you are copying Kanpur in the array. So whatever is there in the array KAPCOS is there. It will get overwritten. So in the line number 7, these are the contents of the array that you are seeing on the MS Paint. Kanpur. Okay. Now in the line number 8, you have to print str plus 1. Okay. So str means name of array. Name of array means it is pointing to the first location. What is the first location? 0 na. So name of array means the first location means 0. So when you are writing str plus 1, actually it is 0 plus 1 or 1. And here you are using %s format specifier. %s means from the first location you have to print till the last location. Okay, because %s means string. So automatically from the first location, from A, it will go to A, then it will go to N, then to P, then to U, then to R. Means it will print on the screen Anpur. And when it reaches the null character, it will stop. So option number C is the answer. If still you have doubt, you can ask.
So मतलब so 1 plus str और str plus 1 एक ही बात है सर, मतलब पहले लिखो या बाद में?
Of course, name of array means the first element address.
अगर अपन ऐसा क्वेश्चन होता कि 1 + str तो वो भी आनपुर होता प्रिंट सर.
Of course. And remember in the
Okay,
line
sir.
number 8, we are using %s format specifier. %s means automatically it will print all the characters. Here no loop is required, okay? Because I have told you na, %s will print everything till the end of array. No loop is required here. So that's why it is printing from the A to the R. Can anyone tell me the answer of this particular question? Any guess? Okay, take your time, then tell me the answer.
Say 12.
12. Okay. Why 12?
सर क्योंकि यहाँ पे स्लैश एंड 0 भी है तो वो अलग अलग काउंट होंगे.
Okay. Can you tell me what is /0?
null character.
सर स्लैश एन पता है, स्लैश 0 नहीं पता. ये दोनों अलग अलग ही होते हैं.
/n means next line. /0 is this. No? Don't you think so? Means it is a null character. Okay. Yes or no?
यस
Slash
सर ये
0.
एरे में
It is inside in the array. In the line number 6, of course, you are creating the array, na? No?
यस सर.
So it is a null character. And null character means, what is the role of null character? What is the function of null character? Anyone? What is the function of null character?
Go to next line.
Say it again.
Go to next line.
No, that is /n. It is /0.
So it shows that this is the end.
Yes, this is the end. Okay, so what is actually happening here? Look, I have told you /0 or the null character is included by the computer automatically. But you can also do it by yourself. But that is not a good thing. Okay, why? Because I will tell you. Here a array is there and this particular data is stored. O, G, Y, Augie and /0. It is not a /0 is not two things. Okay, it is a single thing. Then Jack, then again /0. Then computer will also include /0 by itself. Okay, so it means 3 null character are there. Fine. Now in the line number 7, you are counting the length of string. Now let us suppose instead of line number 7, if I have written this line, printf %s str. Can anyone tell me what will get printed on the screen? If instead of line number 7, I have written this line, then what will be the output? What is the string that will get printed on the screen? Only Augie. Why? Because computer will print O, G, G, Y. But here it will see the null character. Then it will stop because null character means it is the end of the string. Yes or no? So just to make you confused by themselves, but whoever created the question, I took the question from the internet. I changed the content. So here null character is automatically appended at the end of the screen or at the end of the particular string. But here we are including the null character in between. So only Augie will get printed on the screen. Jack will not get printed on the screen. Why? Because after Augie, null character is there. Null character means simply stop. So you will stop. So similarly here we are not printing the screen. We are just checking what is the length of string. Means whatever gets printed on the screen, you have to find its length. So how many characters are there in the Augie? 4 na? So option number 4 or option number 3 is the answer. This is the answer. Because in the Augie, how many characters are there? 4. Two functions are there now, string length and the size of. If I have used size of here, 5 will be the answer, but I have used str length, so only characters are counted, not the null character. So here, the particular person is confusing you. Actually, they have stored only Augie and the null character, but this is a diversion. This is a garbage data. You don't have to see it. Why? Because if you include the null character and if you write anything after the null character, it means nothing. Because before the null character, you can write something that will be a meaningful information. But if you write something after null character, it means nothing. Why? Because null character means it is the end. After end, you can write anything. It doesn't mean, okay? So never include null character by yourself. That is the moral here. If someone is confused, you can ask the doubt. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can anyone tell me the answer of this particular part? Any guess?
Sir, Augie.
So,
Sir, Augie.
This is a syntax only, okay? I have not told you about this, okay? So you can make the guess. You cannot, I mean, this is not error, first of all. You can use only single quotes here, okay? Means only the first value get printed on the screen. After that, it will not print these things. If you want to print these things, you have to use, not multiple double quotes. You have to include it in a single double quotes. But if you are including words like this separated by comma, then only the leftmost double quote gets printed on the screen. So only Augie is the answer. Okay. It is a syntax. You have to remember it. That's all. Maybe in the C++, you cannot do this. In other programming language, the syntax will be different. Maybe, you will get an error, but this is a syntax. You have to remember it. And if multiple words are present, it will only print the leftmost word. Okay. So that's all for the quiz. Now I will open the quiz again. If you want to do the quiz, you can do it from another device just for practice. Let me download the marks. Now we will do the code for palindrome.
सर मैंने क्विज टाइम के पहले सबमिट की थी, फिर भी वो नहीं हुई। और सर सबमिट करने पर क्वेश्चंस बार बार रिपीट हो रहे थे, दोबारा से ऊपर स्क्रॉल होके आ रहा था।
Which browser you are using?
सर मेरे साथ भी सेम इशू है।
Okay, you are using
लास्ट
mobile
टाइम भी
phone.
यही इशू हुआ था मेरे साथ भी।
Okay, you are using the quiz or you are doing the quiz in the mobile phone or in the laptop?
सर लैपटॉप।
सर मोबाइल।
Okay, which browser you are using in the laptop?
ये राइट। सर क्रोम।
The Chrome, the issue should not come. And you in the mobile,
सर
another
इट्स
student?
कमिंग अगेन एंड अगेन।
No, I will say, this is some software issue. You have to solve it by yourself. Uninstall the Chrome, reinstall the latest version of Chrome. Maybe update is missing, that's why. Okay. In the mobile phone also, use the Chrome browser, okay, and update it. And if you are clicking the submit button again and again, and if it is not submitting, it means there is some network issue. Now let us do the question. Don't worry about the marks. So first of all, I think you all know what is palindrome. Palindrome means a word. If you read it from left to right or from right to left, it is the same, like radar, okay? R-A-D-A-R. DAR. Is there any full form of radar? I don't know. I think there is some full form of radar. Okay, so first of all, user will give a word as an input, and if it is a palindrome, you will say it is yes, it is a palindrome, else print no on the screen. That's all. Print yes or no. So you will create a character array and you will use the getS function. Always use the getS function for the string, not the scanf. Why? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between scanf and the getS? Anyone? What is the difference between scanf and getS?
Sir, I think when we use scanf, sir, it won't include the space.
Of course.
And
so if I'm inputting my name Pulkit Ohri using the scanf, only Pulkit will get stored, because space means, according to scanf, space means it is the end. That's why I never use scanf. I have told you that you can use the scanf, but I have just demonstrated you. So always use the getS function, okay? Because getS will include the space here, but here scanf will also work, no worry. But use the getS always by default. So here you will create a array and you will input the word from the user and you will store it inside the array. The code of this program and the code of reversing the array is 90 to 95% same. You will take two variables, two integer variable, start and end. Because palindrome means you can read the from left, you can read the word from left to right or from right to left. Means the first and the last character will be same, the second last character will be same, third and third last character will be same, fourth and fourth last character will be same. Yes or no? So we will use this particular logic to check whether a particular string is palindrome or not. So start means 0, the first location, and means the last location 4. Now using the double equal to operator, you will check whether the alphabet that is stored at location 0 is same as of the alphabet that is stored at the last location. So R and R are same now. If they are same, that's okay. If they are not same, use the break condition to break out of the loop and just print on the screen that it is not a palindrome. If it is same, no worry. Increase the start variable value and decrease the end variable value, because now you have to check the second element and the second last element, means A and A. Using again the double equal to operator, you can check the values. Both are same, no worry. Again, increment the value of start, decrement the value of end. When both start and end are same, you have to exit and you have to print on the screen, yes, it is a palindrome. Now this logic will work for only that particular condition in which the number of elements are odd. 5 elements are there now, yes or no? Now let us take even number of elements. Tell me a palindromic word having the even length. Mom is odd, LOL is odd, radar is odd. Can anyone tell me the word, palindromic word, whose length is even? Pop is also odd.
So noon.
Say it again. Noon. Okay. Yes, it is correct. N-O-O-N. It will work. N-O-O-N. Again, the logic is same, but the terminating condition will become different. Again, take two variables, start and end. Start means the first location and means the last. Compare them using the double equal to operator. Both are same now, no worry. Increment the start, decrement the end variable. Again, do the comparison operation. Both are same, no worry. Increment the start, decrement the end. Now start is greater than end, it means you have to stop. Okay, because the array is over now. You have compared the first and the last element, second and the second last element. Yes or no? So in the for loop, the terminating condition will be start should be either less than end or equal to end. Equal to condition will be checked when the number of elements are odd. Less than condition will be checked when the number of elements are even. When the number of elements are even, at one point start will overtake the end. Then it means it is the end of the loop. Okay, and it means the particular word is a palindrome. When the number of elements are odd, then at one point start and end variable will meet. It means it is the end. So that is how you can write the code. I will open the code also. Break condition will be used here. For example, let us take one word that is not a palindrome. ABCD. It is not a palindrome now. Again take two variables, start and end, integer variables. Okay, start means the first location, end means the last. Using the double equal to operator, check the values that are stored on the 0th location and on the 3rd location. Is A and D same? A and D are not same now. So use the break statement to exit from the for loop, because when the first and last word are not same, means it is not a palindrome now. So you should not compare B and C again. Means just break out of the loop and just print on the screen that this particular word is not a palindrome. Let me open the code for the same. Okay, this is the code, and here you have to use a flag variable also. So this is the code. So level is a palindrome now. You can also take this particular string from the keyboard. So just check out the program and read the program and tell me what is the function of the flag variable. I have not told you only about the flag variable. Okay. The rest of the code I have explained to you. Just read the code. Do not type the code. Read the code, and if you have understood it, then just tell me.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, Anurag has left the class. His data is exhausted, so please mark his attendance of the respective class.
Okay, just let me know at the time of attendance.
Okay, sir.
Read this code and you have to explain me how this code is working. I have told you about the logic. Okay, I have not told you about the flag variable, how it is working. Just check out the code and then I will explain it. But first do some effort, try to understand it, because that is an easy code, that is not difficult. And 90 to 95% of the working is same as of reversing the array. Yes or no? How can you check a string is palindrome or not? Check from the first character to the first character and the last character, check it. If both are same, that is fine. If both are not same, it is not a palindrome. If both are same, again check the second and second last character, again third and third last, fourth and fourth last, fifth and fifth last, like this. Okay, take two variables, start and end. Start will point to the first location and will point to the last location. If both are same, increment start, decrement end. At one point either start or end will meet if the number of elements are odd. If the number of elements are even, start will overtake end. Take your time and try to understand the code, then you can give the explanation. Anyone? Kindly mute yourself. Kindly mute the microphone. Okay, thank you. Kindly mute the microphone. Whose microphone is on? Okay, who can give the explanation? Yaman?
देखते समझ में आता है सर।
Say it loudly, Yaman. Your voice is not clear.
सर कोड एग्जीक्यूट करके समझ में आता है सर, वो बहुत सारा हो जाता है ना सर, समझ में नहीं आता सर।
Okay. Can anyone explain me how the code is working line by line? You have to tell me, at line number 5, we are creating the array. Then at line number 8, we are storing the length of the array inside a variable like this, okay? You can take 5 minutes, okay? But you have to tell me, anyone. Take 5 minutes. Take a pen and paper, okay? And take the level as the string. Store it inside the array, write the locations and execute it. Then you will understand. This is called dry run of the code, you are doing the running by yourself.
Sir, can I explain? Sir, line by line करना मतलब sir?
Okay, yes.
सर फर्स्ट लाइन नंबर 5 में सर आपने लेवल को स्ट्रिंग के अंदर भरवा लिया है। 6 में आप डिक्लेयर कर रहे हैं आई एन लेंथ को, 7 में आप फ्लैग को 0 मार्क कर रहे हैं और 8th में आप लेंथ जो कि 6 है और आपने उसको लेंथ में डलवा रहे हैं। 9th में आपने स्टार्ट को 0 मार्क किया और एंड में आपने 5 डलवा लिया, लेकिन लेंथ -1 करके, ये लेंथ में अपना 6 था इसलिए।
The line number 10, why I am writing length -1? The length of the particular string is 5 now, so I should have written int end equal to length now. Why length -1?
क्योंकि सर लास्ट पे सर वो नल कैरेक्टर है, आप उसको नल पे चेक कराएंगे सर, पहले टर्म होकर भी आपका प्रोग्राम गलत हो जाएगा।
Yes, 5 elements means the locations are from 0 to 4. At the 5 the null character is there, okay? The program will not be correct. Yes, go to line number 12.
सर 12 में सर अपने वो जो पहला सेमीकोलन लगाया, मतलब उस मतलब एरर नहीं है, मतलब आपने पहले डिक्लेयर कर दी ऊपर स्टार्ट को और एंड को। सर फिर आप सर लूप लगाया सर आपने। सर इफ में आपसे चेक करा रहे हैं, जब नहीं है तो आप फ्लैग को मार्क करा रहे हैं, अगर सर वो पैलिंड्रोम है तो चल जाएगा नीचे और एल्स प्रिंट कर देगा नीचे। अगर पैलिंड्रोम नहीं है, मतलब कि सर ये लाइन 13, अगर ये लाइन 13 में सर आपने नॉट ऑपरेटर यूज किया है सर, मतलब जब इक्वल नहीं होता, मतलब कि सर कोई एग्जांपल लेते हैं, कुछ भी नंबर कोई भी है स्ट्रिंग है, उसका लास्ट वाला फर्स्ट वाला सेम नहीं है सर, वो फ्लैग मार्क कर देगा और फ्लैग मार्क करने का सर वो ब्रेक कर देगा और ब्रेक करके जब नीचे आएगा लाइन नंबर 18 पर सर आप फ्लैग वन चेक करेंगे, अगर 1 मिलता है तो सर आप बोल देंगे स्ट्रिंग पैलिंड्रोम नहीं है, अगर फ्लैग मार्क नहीं होता है तो सर आप बोल देंगे स्ट्रिंग पैलिंड्रोम है।
So here in the string the word is level, so what is the value in the flag right now?
सर फ्लैग में सर 0।
Yes, correct. So that is the good explanation. What is your name?
Sir Ayush Kumar.
Okay, good Ayush. So I hope you all have understood the explanation that is given by Ayush. If someone has doubt, you can ask. Without flag we cannot do the program. Flag means we are marking that it is not a palindrome. Let us suppose the string is ABCD. So value in the start is 0, the value in the end is 3. Means at location 0 A is stored, at location 3 the last character D is stored. When A and D is not same, means it is not a palindrome. Just stop. Do not execute the program. Okay, means it is the end. So line number 14 will execute. The value in the flag is 0. 0 means it is fine, it is a palindrome. 1 means it is not a palindrome. Break means go out of the for loop. It will not stop the if. Break statement will always stop a particular loop. Break can stop a for loop, while loop, do while loop. So break means it will stop the for loop. So you will go to the line number 18. Flag value is set to 1. 1 means it is not a palindrome. Means, somewhere the characters are not matched, the left and right side characters. So here you will print the string is not a palindrome. So if someone has doubt, then you can ask, else open the compiler and type the code. This is very important code, let me tell you. Very famous code, very important code. Open the compiler, just type the code, and do not type it directly, by seeing from my screen. Just read the code, type by yourself, and if you get any error, then you can refer to my screen. I will give you 10 minutes. I hope you guys are studying from the latest C book. Studying from the book is very important, okay? Because the real education or the real, study will start only when you are reading by yourself. Okay. So either you can purchase the book or you can download the PDF. But study the book because that is a good book. Here, if you are confused, instead of writing start plus plus and minus minus here, we can make it more clear. You can write it here also. Start plus plus and minus minus. It will still work. Level is a palindrome. Level. It is not a palindrome now. So string is not a palindrome is printed on the screen. Let us take another example, ABCD. ABCD. It is not a palindrome now. Okay, it is not a palindrome. I'm saying it again, it is a very, famous program. Do not leave it. Try to understand it. If still you have doubt, you can ask. Else write the code by yourself. In the line number 8, I hope you all understood the function of str length. It is, counting the number of characters that are there. For example, in level, only count the character, not the null character. 5 characters are there. Count as human count. Do not start counting from 0. String length or strlen will always count as human counts. So in the level, 5 characters are there. But the last location is 4 because according to computer, the locations are from 0 to 4. That's why in the line number 10, the end is not equal to length. It is length minus 1. Okay. 5 characters are there, but the locations in which they are stored inside the computer are from 0 to 4. So if you write, here only length, you will get an error because at that particular part, null character is there. Your program will not execute. The answer will not be correct. So in the line number 10, you have to use length minus 1. You can also input the string from the user. Write a printf statement after the line number 5. Delete the data level. Okay. After the line number 5, write printf, please enter a string using the get as input it. That's all. It depends on you, or you can give the input from here also. I think on hacker rank, you will find some question on the palindrome also. So on the Google, just type palindromic string hacker rank and you will get the question. After the class, you can solve it. And just raise your hand, okay, if you have done the program. Then we will do the next program.
Sir, what is the meaning of third line?
Say it again.
So what is the meaning of third line?
Using namespace std.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you can remove it. Actually, namespace is not in the C++. It is there in the sorry, namespace std is not present in the C language. It is present in the C++. So when you guys are studying, or when you will study the C++ language, then you can ask this question. Right now, it is not there. The compiler is catching automatically. The compiler is not giving the error here, but here, using namespace std is not present in the C language. So you just ignore it. Namespaces are not there inside the C language. It is present in the C++. And yes, of course, because you are using, strlen function, you have to include the header file as string, else you will get an error. And just remove the iostream. Why I have written iostream here? It is there in the C++. So here you have to include also stdio. Now the code will work. Yes. Just raise your hand if you have done the code and if it is working, okay? If you want to send the output in the MS Team, then just send the picture of the output, don't send the code. It depends on you. If you want to send it in the MS Team, you can send. But just raise your hand if you have done the code. In the line number 12, I have written a line, start less than equal to end. It is the stopping condition. It is checking, If the number of elements are odd, at one point, start and end will meet, then you have to exit from the for loop. Means it is a palindrome, you have checked everything inside the array. If the number of elements are even, at one point, start will overtake the end. Means start value will be greater than the end variable value and integer value, okay? So at that point, you have checked everything inside the array, you have to stop. So that is the meaning of these lines. The starting condition that should be present here, I have written here, so that the code is not so that the code is clear. For example, here the update condition I have shifted from here to here because two statements are there now, so that the clarity of code should be maintained. That's why I have written the starting and ending conditions in separate lines, and it is fine. It is not an error. Who is the inventor of C language?
Danish and Richie.
What is the date of birth of Dennis Ritchie? What is the date of birth of Dennis Ritchie? Yes, anyone? In which country he was born? Come on, I'm just joking. No one will ask this particular kind of question. Just remember his name, that's all. Okay, the name of variable is flag. You can use any name. Flag means, what is the meaning of flag? It is used to signal, na? So flag equal to 1 means we are signaling that, it is not a palindrome. If the value of flag remains 0, then yes, it is a palindrome. That's all. That's why, I've used the name of variable as flag. You can write the name of variable as anything like A, B, C, D, but the thing is name of variable should be meaningful. For example, when I see the name flag means, it is signaling something. For example, if the value of flag is 0, it means it is a palindromic string. If the value of flag becomes 1, means it is a non-palindromic string. That's all. Okay. Break only breaks the loop. So when you encounter at the line number 15 break statement, it will stop the for loop. Break does not stop the if, because if works for only one time now. So break is directly seeing only the loops, the for loop, while loop, and do while loop. It will work only on the loops. So whenever you see the break, it means stop the one loop. When one break statement is there, it means it will stop only one loop. So here break means it will stop the loop at the line number 12. And you will go outside the loop, means at line number 20. You will check the value of flag. If it is 0, it is a palindromic string. If it is 1, it is a non-palindromic string. That's all. Do not forget to add the string.h header file. Because you are using str length function, string length function, whenever you use the size of other string length function, then you have to use the header file string.h, else the code will not work. Because how str length works, how size of works, it is written inside the header file string. Okay, for example, how printf works, how scanf works, it is written inside the stdio, standard input output header file. The header file code is available on the internet, you can check it. It is a very large file. Okay, and it is telling that the computer or the compiler, like how printf works, how scanf scans the input. Similarly, string.h is telling the C compiler how string length will count the characters, whether it will take the null character or not. Of course, it will not take the null character. So similarly, size of will take the null character. Its code, how it works, is written inside the string.h. So whenever the code is compiled, at the line number 1, computer will see the stdio header file. It will open the header file. It is there in the inside the computer. Whenever C language program is installed, it will take the header file. It will copy paste the code here. So let us suppose 100 lines are inside the stdio header file. It will copy paste the code here. Similarly, at the line number 2, it will open the string.h header file and it will copy paste the code here. Then the whole code, your code and the header file of stdio and the string are executed. Okay, and the computer will see, whenever computer will encounter printf scanf, it will check the file, and printf and scanf will work. Whenever computer sees the str length and the size of, it will refer to the string.h header file. So header file means it contains the definition, or it provides the working of certain functions. So what I will do, let us take the attendance. Sahil is there
Present.
na? Okay.
Present, sir.
Keep on doing the palindromic code. Chirag. Chirag Sharma. He is absent. Can anyone check in the attendee list? Chirag Sharma. Okay. Okay, he is there. Guys, kindly respond. Shivangi.
Present, sir.
Rudra Pratap Singh. Okay, Rudra is absent. He's absent in many classes. Okay, Ritvik.
Yes, sir. Present.
Roshni.
Present, sir.
So Rudra is absent in many classes, or he is absent in my class only? Anyone? Ritvik, you have any information?
Many classes.
No,
Okay.
sir. No idea.
Aditya.
Present, sir.
Okay, finally CSC. Raj Singh.
Present, sir.
Ujjwal. Ujjwal. Keshav.
Present, sir.
Bhupendra. Bhupendra. Yaman is there. Atul. Atul. Abha. Abha.
Sir, है वो.
Present, sir.
Okay. Suyash. Suyash. No.
Please attendee, sir.
Mansi Bharti.
Present, sir.
Ashish Singh Tomar, I think he's there. Vanshita
Present,
there.
sir.
Bhanu Pratap.
Present, sir.
Sojal.
Present, sir.
Anirudh. Anirudh. No.
Present, sir.
Anurag.
सर वो बताया मैंने सर आपको.
Ajita. Ajita. No. She is there.
Attendee, sir. Yes, sir.
Jewel.
Yes, sir. She is there in the attendee.
Okay. Jewel.
Present, sir.
Tejal.
Present, sir.
Nakul. Nakul Jha. No. Kindly check in the attendee. Is he there?
Sir, he written in the chat box.
Khushi.
Present, sir.
Vivek Mishra.
सर
Present,
उसने
sir.
चैट बॉक्स में लिखा है.
Satyam.
Present, sir.
Naman is there. Nilesh. Nilesh. No.
Sir, Nilesh present.
Vaibhav.
Present, sir.
Suneha.
Present, sir.
Akshat.
Present, sir.
Devansh.
Present, sir.
Anu,
Present, sir.
Vaishnavi,
Present, sir.
Raj Prajapati. Second Raj, no. Raj Prajapati. Is he there in the attendee? Yes or no? Okay, I will take it as a no. Abhay,
Present, sir.
Adarsh,
Present, sir.
Randeep,
Present, sir.
Aman Singh. Aman Singh, he's there? No. Rohit Jain. Rohit Jain, no.
Sir, he is attendee.
Ayushi.
Present,
Sir,
sir.
Rohit Jain is attendee.
Okay. Aman Dikshit.
Present, sir.
Ayush Kumar.
Yes, sir, present.
Vansh.
Present, sir.
Rahul. Rahul Sharma, no. Is there or not? Anyone? Vivek Yadav. Vivek Yadav, yes or no?
Chat box next.
Okay. Ansh.
Present, sir.
Safir. He is there? Safir. No. I think he's a new student. Amit Sharma. Amit Sharma, no.
Present, sir.
Okay. Shivam.
Present, sir.
Okay, I'm calling the names of absentee.
Sir,
If
Vivek
someone
Yadav
is
ki
there,
present लगा दी.
yes, you are present. I am calling the name of absentee. If you are there, just let me know. So the absentees are Raj Singh is not there na? Sorry. Ujjwal. Yeah.
Connection problem.
Yes. The absentee is Ujjwal. Ujjwal? No na? Bhupendra is absent. Atul Singh Tomar is absent. Raj Prajapati is absent. Aman Singh is absent. Rahul Sharma is absent. And finally, Safir is absent. Okay? No issue na? So I hope you all have done the palindromic code. Now I will give you a program, and that is not from the array. Look, the array topic is very big. So we have done a lot of programs on array. We will do a program that is not based on array. So we will do around 4 to 5 programs that are very famous, but these are not from array. You can use any topic or any logic. For example, you can use even the array concept in it, but it is not required. So I will open the question and you have to do it by yourself. First tell me the logic, because the question are easy, it is not difficult. Okay, the question is from Fibonacci series. Can anyone tell me, have you ever heard of this series, Fibonacci series? For example,
Yes,
you have a even number series now, 0 to 468, odd number series, prime number series. So similarly, Fibonacci series is there. Can anyone tell me what is Fibonacci numbers?
yes, sir. सर 1.6 का रेशियो होता है सर नेक्स्ट वाले से.
Say it again.
सर वो 1.6 का रेशियो होता है सर.
1.6 1.6 का रेशियो.
सर मैंने कुछ और बोल दिया. नो सर सही सर यहाँ पे सर 1 है. सर अपन ने पहले 1 लिया, इसमें तो सेम एलिमेंट प्लस किया, 1 + 1 2 हो गया सर. उसको फिर उसमें प्रीवियस वाले में प्लस किया, फिर वो 3 हो गया.
No, it is not correct. You are giving the correct answer, but it is not the full correct answer.
Okay. Sir, I can tell. Sir, actually, next number is sum of previous two numbers.
Yes. So first two numbers you have to write by yourself. The first number in the Fibonacci series is 0. The second number is 1. You have to give these two numbers by yourself. Then the next numbers you can find by adding the sum of previous two numbers. For example, here the first number is 0. You have to write it by yourself. 0. The second number is 1. Now the third number will be 1. Why? It is the sum of previous two. What is the next number? It is 2. It is the sum of previous two. What is the next number? 3. Sum of previous two. What is the next number? 5. Sum of previous two. What is the next number? 8. What is the next number? 11, 13. Like this, okay? So numbers you can print till infinity. So you have to write the code for this function. So here you do not have to print the list till infinity because the list will never stop, okay? Because you can generate the new numbers again and again. So you will ask from the user how many Fibonacci series number you want to print. For example, if the user says I have to print 5 numbers, so you will print 1, 1, 2, 3 and 5 because 5 numbers are there. If the user says I have to print 10 numbers, you can print the 10 numbers. So you do not have to use the array concept here. You can use any concept. You can use a loop and you can write the code. So can anyone tell me how can you write the code? Only the logic. It is very easy. Yes or no? It is not difficult code. Just take a number as the input from the user, and that is the stopping condition of the loop. Yes or no? Because it will tell how many numbers you want to print on the screen. So how can you do the same? Anyone? Come on. I can tell you the solution, but the thing is you have to think, okay? Because programming means you have to think by yourself. I can give the answer, but that is not a programming. Programming means you have to do by yourself. So take 5 minutes and just tell me the logic, how you can write the code. In the meantime, I can mark your second attendance.
Excuse me, sir. वो कुछ एरर वो इशू आ गया था सर, तो सर अभी क्या पढ़ा दिया सर आपने?
Who is there? Yaman?
तो कुछ कनेक्ट नहीं हो पा रही सर क्लास.
No worry. So what you can do is you can download the lecture recording. I have asked the solution of this particular program, Fibonacci series. Have you heard of Fibonacci series? No?
Sir, I will see the recording.
Okay. So I have told you what is Fibonacci series. Two numbers you have to give by yourself, 0 and 1. Then the next number is the sum of previous two numbers. So Fibonacci series you can print till infinity because the numbers will get increased and decreased because you are just increasing number. So infinite times you can print the series. So you do not want to print the infinite series, yes or no, because it will not look good. So from the input or from the user, take the input that how many elements of the Fibonacci series you want to print. For example, if the user says I have to print 5 elements, so you will print 1, 1, 2, 3, 5 because these are the first 5 elements. So this stopping condition, how many elements you want to input, this will become a stopping condition in the loop, yes or no? You can write a loop. You simply have to write a loop and you can print the Fibonacci series. It is very easy. So you have to tell me how you can do it. Only the logic. Yes.
सर हम लूप तो क्रिएट करेंगे, सही तो कंफर्म हो गया सर, बट जब आपने वो बोला दो वेरिएबल n1 n2 0 और 1 होगा सर वैल्यू उसमें.
हाँ
सर लूप के अंदर से पहले अपन को सर एक तीसरा वैल्यू बनाएंगे सर अपन, कुछ भी नाम रख लिया, इसका f रख लिया, f is equal to n plus n2 से अपन प्रिंट करा दिया उसको, फिर नेक्स्ट लाइन में से उसके प्रिंट के बाद लूप के अंदर ही अपन को स्वैप कर देंगे।
स्वैप करने की जरूरत नहीं होगी। ओके, सो हियर द थिंग इज the first number 0 and 1 you have to store it inside two variable. Take two variable n1 and n2. Okay, these two variables you have to define by yourself. Then inside a loop, inside the for loop, create a variable sum and it will add the n1 and n2 and you can print the sum. First of all print n1, then print n2, then print the sum. Means it will print 1 on the screen, yes or no. Now you have to add previous two numbers. So n1 will become, can anyone tell me what n1 will become?
So
n2 and n2 will become sum, yes or no? That's all. So you will add 1 and 1 2, then you will add 1 and 2 3, so 5 elements you have printed. That's all. So this is a homework. Yes, it is like the you are summing the sum in the array. It is almost same, the logic is somewhat same or almost same. So this is a homework, but हाँ
तो बीच में सर अपन प्रिंट का है ना फंक्शन डाल देंगे, फिर लूप बंद कर देंगे सर, कैसे करते
yes
हैं?
correct, but these two values you have to print before the loop because these should also be printed na. So print n1 and n2 on the screen, then print the value of sum, then change the values of n1 and n2. That's all. Stopping condition is given by the user, how many numbers you want to print. Okay, that will become a stopping condition. That's all, simple. So this is a homework, do it by yourself, and this is very famous question. Okay,
सर स्टॉपिंग कंडीशन वाला कितने एलिमेंट्स प्रिंट होना चाहिए?
yes, for example you will take the input from the user, how many elements you want to print. For example, if the user is giving 5, so you have to print 0 1 1 2 3. So start I from 1 and I should be less than equal to 5, or you can start from 0, it depends on you. Okay, you have to, if you are taking I as 0, then you should write I less than 5 or I less than n. That's all. So this is a simple program, but that is very famous question again. Just do it and I will tell you the solution again on Thursday. But this is a homework. I have told you the logic. Kindly do it by yourself. And if you are not able to do it, if there is some errors, you can take the help from the internet. But do not take the help from the internet directly. First do it by your own. And then if the output is not coming, then you can take the input from the Google. What is the meaning of Fibonacci? Just search on the internet, anyone. What is the dictionary meaning of Fibonacci? Let me check.
Sir, Italian mathematician name.
Okay. So he gave the Fibonacci series, yes or no? I thought Fibonacci means summing of elements. Okay, so he was a particular person. Oh, so he was born in 1170. Okay, so that is the homework. I will stop the recording.